Okay, go right ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much for attending this.
Microphone if you need it.
Hello. Thank you very much for attending this presentation. I am Richard Tsai, and that's my titles. The title of my presentation, and the purpose was sustainable Earth, and what we call a cruising jet aerator. It's a solution, an integral solution of water, food, and energy. And the method is, may we increase fish production with Wawa jet. Okay. So here is the outline of the presentations. And then the background is we have Earth, but we have more than 7 billion people. And once more human populations, then we will be short of water, short of fish and food and energy. So many people are arguing something which we don't need to be arguing. Okay, the UN Sofia report says we need 2 to 5 million tons fish every year, another more. So we can catch 100 million tons from ocean. We used to do. And then we can do 40 million tons from the agriculture. But today we are short of energy. We have more people, short of energy, water. And we cannot do any more from oceans. So we need to produce more fish for more people by agriculture. But we need to make best use of our water and energy. Okay, here is the existing aerators. That is what we can do with agriculture. They exist, but once you see this, then they are limited use, and they only do surface aerations. They're only doing short aeration times. However, the fish, shellfish, any benzos, they live in the pool bottoms. Okay, these aerators are useless to the place where the fish lives. Look, you have a pool so deep. It's 1 meter to 2 meters in depth. But you do your aerator on the water surface. So either you pedal, you pumping, you do something, but you do not affect the real problem place. It's the bottom, the sediment. Okay? So putrid organics, sediment are deposited, and the fish residual excretion and the dead body of fish, they decompose by microorganic and produce some toxic chemicals. And this is harmful to benzos. So what we need to do to increase the production of fish, what we need to do is to improve its ecology. Okay, and let's say what we can do. So a powerful food can do very little if it doesn't move. But the iRobot can clean every place once it passed. So if we want an aerator that can work for a pool, a large pool. In America, a pool is something like 5 to 10 acres. And if we don't let your aerator move, then it does nothing, just like a big Hoover. A big Hoover only can do someplace where nearby. Okay, so this is my theory. If we have pump immersed under the water, they can pump low layer water, which is of high ammonia nitrogen and low dissolved oxygen. They are bad waters, but benzo live here. If we can pump this bad water up into the air, automize it, and then they will be exposed by the sunshine. So some bad bacteria is killed, and the organic will come back to the water surface, uptake by algae. Once algae grows, then they become biomass, natural feed to fish, and algae produce photosynthesis. So they increase more oxygen. In this theory, this principle, we transform harmful material become biomass and useful photosynthesis mechanisms. However, if we do that, it's only useful for place the pump around. So what we need to do is make it work in the pool. And here is the demonstrations. So I let this machine, one jet, I let it pump water from the very bottom, inject it to the air, over thrust, push himself, walk to the end of the design region. Up to a region, the other pump turn on, and then again, it pushes itself back. By this way, it can clean all the pool bottoms, not only the place it stays. So it's a moving one. It can work for all the regions. So it can do sediment regeneration and ammonium, nitrogen uptake by algae and then become into biomass. So here's the one we pump it. Very close to the bottom, not very bottom, very close to the bottom, and then the other one. Okay, here is the comparison of this one. So we have pedal wheel here, that's the existing one. We have overjet here, and then it can pump from 1.5 meter under the water, close to the bottom, pool bottom, and it can move up to 500 meters, although I usually did it with 300. And then the injection, the water jet length is something like 10 to 15 meters. So altogether, it can shoot, it can control something like 15 to 25 meters. And pump water from 1 to 1.5 meters, and it can be longer, and then it can move up to 500 meters. Altogether, you will see the aeration water is 10,000 times more than an existing one. You know, you cannot pump water by a pedal wheel, but you can easily pump water by a pump. And then they move 0.4 meter per second. And a pedal wheel, they can give good speed of flow just nearby. But once it go out, it distributes, and then they lose their momentum. So they don't move. So in this way, you will see the ratio between mine and the existing one is something, it's always a factor of 10. So altogether, I am pretty good, better than existing one. And then we have done some tests, pool test, open pool test with tilapia, grouper, shrimp, and hard clam. The reason I do it with hard clam is because they don't swim, they don't move. So if I can do all the pool bottom good, that means all the hard clam will grow good. If I can get the hard clam grow good, that proves where the machine is useful. That is the reason I do hard clam. And people like eating hard clam in Taiwan, in China, Asia. Okay, we got growth rate is something like 30 to 55% for low class animal. Low class animal. Clam is some kind of low class animal. And we got that for shrimp, 20 to 35%. And tilapia, they are fish, they are high-class animal, so they cannot go that fast, but you can double the stock densities. So you can produce twice amount of fish with more machines. And that's the most benefit fishermen want. Then we have power consumption benefit. We reduce that power and water by 30 to 40% because we really treating bad water. So in this case, then we don't need well waters. If you consider well water, water from the underground, 70 meter underground, that will cause problem of earth layer sinkage, and that cause power electricity. Just think, if you pump 1 hour water from 70 meters below the surface, then you can do it from 2 meters, 35 hours. In this way, you can save a lot of electricity, and you can clean the pool yourself and transform your putrid organic into biomass. So you get many benefits. But the existing fishermen, they let their good water, purify water out, and pumping water from the well, 70 meters below the ground. And that causes a lot of problem. You waste your feed and pumping water from the underground. So that's not good to the environment and not good to yourself. By this way, you can do it, both win, win-win decision. Okay, here is our SWOT analysis. So we are good. This machine is good for deep pools. That means you can keep more fishes. And it can be done with high stocking density because if you use more machines. Because they can always make the pool bottom good ecology. And then they are good for vessels of weak swim ability. If this guy doesn't swim fast, then they cannot get away from bad water, bad ecology. But we give them good ecology, so they don't need to get away from bad place. And then high proteins. Fish need to grow higher, faster, because of high proteins. But high protein will destroy water quality. So if we do this with my machines or jet, then you can solve all these problems. So you can get more fish with quick growth rate by these machines. Okay, and this is particularly useful where there is shortage of fresh water. Okay, here is the first demonstration. So you can see the width is something like 30 meters, one way. And then we have first American patent. This is first generation. This is the second generation, as you have seen that. So we use two pumps. So you can inject, you can switch on pump A to move this direction, and then once it stops, then we switch off A and switch on B, and then it comes back, so it can cruise himself forth and back. So then you can have aerators, just like iRobot. And this is our second patent. Okay, this looks like a stupid design because you have two pumps and you let one pump take rest, and you should use if that was me design, I would do it with one pump and with a valve, so that I switch on the valve, then you can control the directions of the movement.